What's up, world? Pastor Pump and Dump, back in the building, back with another sermon. I appreciate you for joining the sermon today, and hopefully you get something out of this sermon. Now, if you don't get anything out of this sermon, fuck you. Now, for those of you who want to get something out of the sermon, listen closely and listen to the whole video before you comment in the comment section. Hear everything I have to say. Okay? Now, with that being said, let's get right into the sermon. Today's sermon is about 5 reasons not to date single mothers. We ain't gotta wait. Let's get right to it. Number 1, because the kid is always the first priority. Okay? When I say that, I mean you can't build with this female. You can't bond with this female because the kid is always going to be in the way. Let's say, for example, you want to have some quality time with her. Just time. Y'all just want to hang out. Well, you just want to hang out with her. You want to get to know her. You want to understand her psyche. You want to just see her mannerisms. You want to bond with her. You want to see how she is. The child will be in the way. If you want to take her on a nice vacation, all expenses paid by you, of course, you fucking simp. But anyway, if you want to take her on an all expenses paid trip, it's going to be one of the hardest things to do. You know why? Because she's going to be like, listen, either my cousin, my sister, my brother, my grandma, my auntie, my mother, my father, somebody got to keep this kid in order for me to come on this vacation with you, or else you are not going to be able to go on no vacation with her. Which means that 9 times out of 10, even family members, they might not charge you as much as a child service care program would charge, but they still going to want something for their time and effort. Think about it. If you taking her on an all expenses paid trip, then 9 times out of 10, you guys are going to be doing it in a good season, which means that they want to have fun too, because it's not their responsibility to be worried about this kid. So you probably going to have to pay them too, and which means she's going to come to you and tell you, well, they just want $50 a day to keep this kid. Okay, so if y'all go on a trip for, let's say, 5 days, that's $250 that you didn't have to spend if she didn't have this kid, okay? Now, like I said, the kid is the first priority. So if you say, well, you need to come over here right now, and she's going to tell you, well, I need somebody to watch this kid right now. If you tell her, I'm hungry, she's going to tell you, well, I got to heat up this bottle first, or I need to get him this microwavable dish, or I need to take him to McDonald's first. The kid is the first priority. If you say, yo, let's just cuddle, Netflix and chill time, let's just watch a movie, and of course, you hoping that will lead to sex. Listen, the Netflix and chill was going to be interrupted as soon as that kid start calling her phone from the babysitter's house, or as soon as the kids start whining and crying in the other room. The Netflix and chill has just been interrupted. The kid gonna always get in the way. If you about to have sex, the kid start crying in the other room, or throwing a tantrum or anything of that nature, that can take her totally into a whole different mood, a whole different mindset. And now the sex is off the table because she's not even in the mood for it now. Okay, so the kid is gonna get in the way. The kid is first priority. Number 2, now you have to be a second string father. That's not fun. Listen, you have to be a second father now, which means that you're going to have to put some effort into this child. You're going to have to try to get to know the child. Like, you just started dating her. You don't even know her all that well, but now you're putting all this energy into this kid that you don't even know. Just for example, let's say it's a young man. You have to show him how to catch the football, how to dribble the basketball, how to go on his first date. You have to show him how to approach women. Let's say he's a toddler. You have to show him how to use the bathroom properly, because a female can't show a young man how to stand up and pee. She doesn't have a penis. Now, you have to show him how to shit on the toilet. You might have to babysit him from time to time. It's the effort. It's the time that all of that is going to take to show that effort for another man's child. That makes absolutely no sense. Why don't you just go off and have your own kid if you want to spend all this time developing a child that's not even yours? Activities. If he is a baseball player, she's going to look to you to show him how to play baseball. If he plays volleyball, if he plays soccer, if he's a track star, they going to look to you to help him out and help mentally and physically train this man, well, this young man, into being a full-blown athlete. Listen, whatever it is he's trying to develop, it's going to take your effort, your time for him to participate in these activities. Because if you're in the life, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be faced with the responsibility of handling and helping out with these activities. It costs money for him to go to baseball camp. It costs money for him to go to basketball camp. It costs money for him to go to football camp. It costs money for him to be a track star. He got to have shoes for that. He needs his uniform. He needs his goddamn down payment to be on the team. Travel, the food, the expenses for where they going to stay at when they go out of town for games. If he playing at a high level, think about it. All of these things is on you. Mainly because you're supposed to be the man of the house. You're supposed to man up and handle your business. Okay? Now, you have to give this child love. And if you're spending all this time participating in all these activities with this child, it's not going to be far-fetched that you will have some love for this child. You're going to develop some feelings for the kid. You're going to start to care about the kid. So you are investing all of these things into a child when you just a secondary option for the parent. You didn't actually have the child with her. You didn't actually create the child with her, but it's your job to do all of these things. It doesn't make any sense to me. In my opinion, that is called being a goddamn fool and let a woman use you and manipulate you into feeling like you are responsible for a child that she had with a totally different person. Okay? So number 3. The child's father will always be a part of the woman. Think about it. If the father always got to come over there and get the kid, y'all always got to be interacting with each other, even if it ain't more than just eyeballing each other, even if it ain't more than a just simple fill out. Have you ever noticed how so many baby daddies will come and ask you a series of questions about what you doing, how you doing things with her? Motherfucker, you ain't even around. And see, that can lead to a fight. Just from that one statement I just made can lead to a fight. Because it's like, yo, dude, how the fuck you filling me out? If you care so much, why the fuck you ain't here? Mind your fucking business. But see, he actually is concerned about his child because his child is in her care. It's just like the Future and Sierra situation. Is this man supposed to come in and kiss this kid and act like he's this kid's true father? Is the kid supposed to be giving him papa kisses? Like, come on. Everybody knows. Listen, I'm going to leave a link in the description for what I'm about to read to y'all, okay? Because a lot of these females love to get mad at me when all I'm really trying to do is just give them some insight on a man's mindset and how a true man really looks at these type of situations, okay? So I'm going to read you a little bit of the researchers, the scientists, okay? I'm going to read you what they had to say. So disagree with them, okay? Okay, so listen. In scientific terms, semen is what's known as a master regulator. Scientists have discovered how seminal fluid, which makes up approximately 70% of semen's composition, has enormous psychological impacts on the female body and brain, including, among other things, the ability to activate genes, trigger changes in the uterus, reduce levels of depression in women, make women sleepy after sex, strengthen the emotional bond with their partner, and more. Listen, the wide-ranging influence of semen on female physiology is all about maximizing the chances of the male reproducing, says Sarah Robinson of the University of Adelaide in Australia. Further research conducted by a team led by Tracy Chapman of the University of East Anglia in Norwich, UK, has also found that males produce more seminal proteins when in the presence of the rivals. The component of the research which found that semen significantly reduces levels of depression in women gained much attention at the conference. Listen, the proteins of seminal fluid can quickly enter the bloodstream and reach the brain, having an almost instantaneous effect on hormone regulation, mood, and gene activation, immune system regulation, ovulation, uterus receptivity to sperm and embryo, and even the activity and growth within the embryo itself. The take-home message clearly being that semen's effect on female physiology goes far beyond reproduction alone. I could keep going, but the link is going to be in the description. The site is feelguide.com. FeelGuide.com. Look this shit up. Listen, it's going to be in the description, okay? So the man is getting into your brain. The man is affecting you psychologically and physically. So cut the shit, bitches. The scientists is saying this shit. I don't want to hear what the fuck you gotta say. You ain't no motherfucking scientist, bitch. And the scientists is saying this shit. I'm just giving your motherfucking ass the information. I'm tired of these bitches always getting mad about this shit. I'm giving your funk ass some fucking knowledge and you want to get an attitude? Listen to the facts, stupid ass bitches. The shit is affecting you mentally and physically. So cut the shit. For real. Funk ass bitches. Listen, another part of this whole shit, the father will always going to be there. So you're going to be having baby daddy drama? You're going to be fighting with this nigga? You're going to tell the son one thing, he going to go back and tell his son another thing. You going to try to teach your son this, he going to try to teach his son another thing. It's a conflict of interest at all times, okay? This shit is toxic. It's not a good idea, okay? If you was going to go out and get with this man and reproduce, have this child, why did y'all not have an agreement that he will always be there? Because most true men, just because you are adult male does not make you a man. Your actions prove that you a man or not. Now, anyway, number 4, the child will rebel against you. Okay? It don't matter if it's something as simple as, hey, your mom said, run the vacuum in your room when you get done. I ain't gotta do nothing you say. You ain't my real dad. My mom said you ain't my real dad. My real dad, he would never be. It could be something as big as, listen, don't talk to your mama like that. She'll probably step in. Hey, don't talk to him like that, because the last thing we want is his goddamn drug dealing, catching body ass father coming over here and shooting you for talking to him like that. He might not have did nothing else for him. He might not have raised him. He might not have done anything for him, but he ain't going to let you talk to his goddamn son like that, because guess what? It's still his kid. Okay? It might be the last minute. It's a story out there now. This man raised these little girls since they was little girls all the way up until they was grown. The little girl got grown. She got engaged. When it was wedding time, the stepfather paid for the wedding and everything. And then she turned around and told him she wanted her real father to walk her down the aisle. That's what you get, you punk ass motherfucker. That's what happens to people. The child will rebel against you, whether it's the largest or the smallest portion of rebelliousness. The child still is going to do this to you. Listen. And number 5, last but definitely not least, you will become attached to this child. Because think about it. You're spending time with the kid. You're investing your energy in the kid. You're putting a lot of effort into this kid. You're putting a lot of money into this kid. You are making the young child into an adult with your efforts. Let's just say, for example, the kid, you raised the kid all the way up, is still going to rebel against you. And that's going to hurt because you're going to be looking at it like this your own kid, when you have to realize genetically it's not your child. So it's always going to look to its real father. You don't see how kids never met their father their whole life, and they'll go out here, they'll be 35 years old, and they'll go on one of these TV shows called I'm Trying to Find My Father. That's because they genetically is attached to this person. Okay? Nothing you can buy them. None of the time you can spend with them. None of the affection and love will replace the affection that they want from their true father. Can I get an amen in this motherfucker? Let's just say, for example, the kid is 2 years old and y'all date for 3 years. You think that over 3 years, you ain't gonna never see that kid? You're not gonna have to invest any time, energy, affection, any type of guidelines and standards into this child? You will. And that's going to make you attached to the kid. It's going to make you love the kid. So when y'all break up, guess what? The same way you get somebody is the same way you lose somebody, okay? God damn it, medicine ain't supposed to taste good. It's supposed to make you better. If you can't take no criticism, you don't deserve no motherfucking compliments. Let the church say amen. The doors of the church are open. You funk ass bitches need to step up to the plate and admit you physically and mentally have been dominated by another man, and now you want me to step in and try to take his place. I'm not a second string player, bitch. I'm a starter in this motherfucker. Now, before I go, I need to make this goddamn statement. I'm talking in general. I'm not saying all, okay? There are females out there who have children who are good mothers, and if you came into the child's life, listen, if the child's father is dead, I'm not talking about that. If the female is actually 1 out of 1 million that actually will build with you and actually let you take the role, I still don't think it's a good idea, but I'm not talking about them. You see, so I'm not talking about all females, okay, that have children. I'm talking in generalities because I'd rather speak for the majority than speak for the minority, because the majority of single mothers are whores. They do go from dick to dick to dick to dick. They don't give a fuck. All they do is be like, you're going to take care of these kids, and you're going to take care of me, and you're going to clean this house, and you're going to work a job, and you're going to keep this pussy happy. Okay? So, God damn it, you ain't got to like it. That don't mean it's not true. Now, God damn it, I'm Pastor Pump and Dump, and I approve this motherfucking message. So have a good day. Bye. Phone gas, bitches.